Texas lawmakers are now investigating books in school libraries to essentially ban anything that they think would make children uncomfortable. In reality, it's anything that would make them uncomfortable. And yes, we do have a list of the books that they're trying to ban from these school libraries. Again, ban from the school libraries. They're banning books. Okay, the cancel culture obsessed group of conservatives in this country are going out of their way to ban very specific books that don't do anything wrong, just happen to, inform students about things that make them uncomfortable. So let me give you the details. So here's a copy of the letter obtained by the Texas Tribune citing our South Lake reporting. It tells districts to disclose the existence of any books that might make students feel discomfort, guilt, anguish, or any other form of psychological distress because of their race or sex. Which is fascinating because it seems like conservatives in Texas are trying to turn public schools into safe spaces. Right? Well, let me give you more. The letter provides a 16-page list of about 850 book titles and asks the districts if they have these books, how many copies they have, and how much money they spent on the books. And so why these books specifically? Many of them deal with abortion, teen pregnancy, sex education, or life experience of young LGBT people. Others deal with Black Lives Matter or concepts of anti-racism. So let me give you specific titles, okay? Because it'll blow your mind. The Confessions of Nat Turner, a 1967 novel by William Styron, written as a first-person narrative of an 1831 slave revolt in Virginia. Why can't they read that book? What's wrong with that book? Let me give you more. The Cider House Rules, John Irving's 1985 novel about a protagonist whose childhood mentor is an obstetrician who performs abortions. Here's another one, V for Vendetta. The 1982 graphic novel by Alan Moore about a dystopian post-apocalyptic England ruled by a fascist regime, which became a hit movie in 2005. Let me give you one more. They're also banning The Handmaid's Tale, another dystopian novel written by Margaret Atwood about a post-revolution United States in which women are subjected by a ruling class of men. Krause, that's the lawmaker in Texas who's going through with all of these bans, specifically asks about a graphic novel form of the book. So remember when Dave Rubin wrote a book, an awful book that got awful reviews titled "Don't Burn This Book"? He titled it that way because he was trying to make a point about how the right wing is really persecuted in this country. That these wide-eyed, overzealous leftists are going out of their way to censor the right wing. But in reality, no one cares about Dave Rubin's book, no one cares to burn it, no one cares to read it because it's so bad. But the right wing, as always, loves to project because that's what they want to engage in. And in Texas, to be clear, that is what they're engaging in.
I am, as a lover of books, I'm very, very angry about this. I have a follow-up question. Are any, and I mean any, of the books of one Dr. Seuss on the list?
Oh, you know what? I need to do some in-depth research on that, but I would not be surprised.
Because if they are, then I'm mad. If they're not, then I don't care anymore. Those are the only books that I care whether they get published or not, even though I'll never read them in my life. I'm a conservative, everybody. Yeah, it's insane. As you said, it is trying to create a safe space and doing cancel culture to create it. And that tells you all you need to know about both of those concepts. They are just political. It's just a narrative to get you to be okay with certain things and not others. None of it actually exists.
I'm really excited to hear Joe Rogan's take on this because he is someone who's very concerned with cancel culture. And
or Dave Rubin's.
Or I'm sure they're up in arms about this. I mean, this is literally banning books within school libraries just because the books happen to hurt the right wing's feelings. That's it. That's all this is.
Yeah, the only thing I don't really mind is that they're gonna ban Handmaid's Tale. I don't like spoilers, and I think they want women in America to be surprised at where this goes. They don't want it to be ruined ahead of time. Look, like they're banning V for Vendetta. It's about this sort of government being made. It's so on the nose.
It's so on the nose. It's incredible.
No, this and again, this all ties back to what we were talking about. They are not banning these. Krause is not trying to ban V for Vendetta because he stays awake at night just so worried that some kid's gonna read this book. He proposes banning the book to get a bunch of right-wing parents fired up over banning the book, because a right-wing parent who spends all their time going to school board meetings about Handmaid's Tale is not wondering why they're underwater on their mortgage and wondering how their kids are ever gonna go to college. That's all it is. It's all about disarming workers, and this is one way that they do it.
That's
consistently.
Exactly right.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.